Okay. So last class, we were talking about multi-page websites. We discussed about how you can import or use another page on a particular page, how you can connect page to one another, how you can connect assets like images, like videos or sounds, whatever asset file you have, how you can connect them to the current page you are, such that you can link them, and you will be able to click on those links and it will take you to the particular page that is being linked to. While we were discussing that, we had some exercises that we all practice how to link several pages and other. So that's what we're going to continue with today. So today we would continue with HTML boilerplates. There's something called HTML boilerplates. So all this while, all the HTML codes that we've been writing, we were only able to utilize them because we're not dealing with browsers yet. That's not actually the standard way of writing our HTML codes. The standard way of writing our HTML codes is that everything will be wrapped in a boilerplate. And that's what we'll be looking at today. The reason for this boilerplate is that every code you write will be read by the browser. So the browser needs to understand that code and be able to do something with it or do things with it. For example, you realize that when you are on some website, you would see that, let's say, for example, let me move this thing today again. This thing is always an issue. Go here. Okay. Let's say, for example, you are on a page like Amazon. At some point when you start browsing, you realize that there will be a name here on the tab. If you can all see my tab, it says Amazon.ca, low prices, dash, fast, blah, blah, blah. That is actually written somewhere. Where that is written, and for the browser to be able to pick this thing and render it here, is actually with the use of the boilerplates. So it's going to be in the head of the HTML boilerplate, and there are some other metadata that we have to put in the boilerplate as well. So what is this boilerplate that we're talking about? It's actually what defines the structure of your HTML. In a typical example, if you guys look at a letter, you realize that a letter has a structure. And this is the structure of a letter. That's why I put this letter as an example. There is always going to be the address of whoever is sending the letter. There's going to be a date. There's going to be the address of the receiver. And then there's going to be a salutation and then the body of the letter. So we have every other thing in the head of that letter. We can say this is the head of this letter. And we can say this is the body of the letter. So the same way we have this structure, and then we have the footer. The footer could be the final signature area or the signature section. And then there could be other aspects of this letter as well. So in other words, there's a structure to this letter. In the same format, the HTML has a structure, and this structure is defined by the HTML boilerplate. So now, how does the HTML boilerplate look like? This is the way it looks like. So for the browser to be able to understand what we are trying to do, everything or what is trying to render into to the user, every information on that HTML website must be structured in a boilerplate like this. So there's going to be a definition of what type of document the browser is trying to read. And this is the format. These formats are standard. You don't have to cram it. There's always going to be something to reference to be able to use them. Anytime you are writing an HTML file, this structure must be present there. Without it, your browser cannot read whatever you put in there. So there's going to be the type of the document, and it's called doc type. The property doc type must have the HTML. This is saying that, hey, browser, I am trying to write an HTML5 language. So this HTML means HTML5, actually. And then you're going to define to the browser, and whatever I'm writing here, I'm writing in English. So you're telling the browser, the language I'm using to write this code is English. If you live in Ukraine or Russia, it may not be English. So most of the developers in other countries that don't speak English as their primary language, they write their code in their own language. And funny enough, the browsers are able to understand those codes as well. So you're going to specify in an HTML tag. So you have HTML, and then you would define language equals English. So EN is a short form for English. Now, these two things are very important. It helps your browser to be able to know what are the metadata is using to render that site. The next thing is going to be the head tag. Now you see there's an opening head tag and there's a closing head tag. What it means is everything you put in here are doing one of two things. It's either you want those things to be read as a metadata to be displayed on the header of your browser, or you want those things to load first before the main body of the HTML get loaded. I will explain that further later. So inside your head tag, we have what an element, a meta element or a meta tag. And inside meta tag, you are going to define this character sets. If you remember when we were doing images, when we were doing some HTML tags, we talked about attributes. So this is another example of an attribute. So the attribute here is character sets, and you're defining what kind of character set you want to write your language in. Like I said, these things are standard. You don't have to devise your own. You just have to use them the way they are. So UTF-8 is a character type based on the keyboard that we use. In some few occasions, it may change, but in most cases, 99% of the time, it's not going to change. You're still going to have it the same way. You're going to be using UTF-8 as the character set. There are some other meta tag I don't want to bore you guys with. This is not so important, but it's good to be there. I'll show you guys how to get this information without cramming them and without having to write them. Then this one is important, the viewport tag, the viewport attributes rather. So this one tells the browser, hey browser, I'm trying to set a viewport for this website, and the content must have the width, size, and all that, which is defined in a short code that I'm going to give you guys. What this means is that you're telling the browser, whenever you are rendering, render the full page for me. The viewport means how you want your website to render in terms of the size of the frame. So viewport is the size of the frame, and then it's defined in the content. Like I said, you don't have to cram that. Then title. Title is the one that I was showing you here. So here is where you define the title. So you can define the title to be amazon.ca, blah, 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 blah. This is where that is defined. So anything you write in title, like in this case, we have my website. Whenever you try to view this website or you run this website, what you're going to see in that tab up here would be my website. So all of these would live in the head tag and some other things that you would see as we progress. Then we have a body. You remember when I was talking about the letter? So we have a head and a body. Now the body is now going to have every other thing you want to show on your website. Everything, like in the case of Amazon website, everything you see all from the whole of this place all the way down, and everything you keep seeing whenever you click and all that would be in the body. So in this case, we just have an H1 element that renders hello world. And that's it. Then you close the HTML tag. Now there's something I want you guys to see. This HTML tag here is an opening tag, and it got closed all the way here. So what that means is that every other thing is enclosed inside an HTML tag. I will repeat that again. So everything you're writing, apart from the doc type, which is the HTML that stands alone, every other thing that you write, the head, the body, the footer, and everything that will come in later must be wrapped inside an HTML tag. So there will be an HTML opening tag, and there will be an HTML closing tag. That's when your website is complete. So this is the standard format of writing an HTML. Now, this is exactly the same thing I just explained, but this is how it looks in the real sense when you write it in VS Code. So like I said, you're going to have this whole HTML tag. You can see that, the opening and the closing. And every other thing falls in there. And what the other things you have right now, we have the head tag that carries the metadata and the title. We also have the body that just carried an H1 or that contains an H1 element, hello world. Now, one way to describe this thing is now like like a hamburger. So in a hamburger, you would see that we have the opening and the closing hamburgers, the bread parts. So these two things now accommodated every other thing that we have in that burger. So an HTML is an example of an hamburger. I believe you guys will all agree with me. Because every other thing in that HTML element or HTML file is enclosed in the HTML tag. Now,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree, because you eat burger every day. Yeah, so if you are a fan of hamburger, you will agree with me. Now, that being said, going forward, we will be writing most of our code in that HTML boilerplate, because very soon, I mean, starting maybe today, I guess, we would not be using the live preview again. We'll start using our real browser to preview everything we are building. And we don't want to have issues. We want to see everything rendered properly. So we will be using that HTML boilerplate going forward. Now let's talk about this project, portfolio project. Because we are starting, like I said, as we progress in this course, we'll be doing projects. And now the one we're going to be doing starting now would be your portfolio project. So every now and then, when people learn how to code, one of the things they do first is to build a portfolio project for themselves. In other words, build to showcase yourself. An example of a portfolio project is this. This is a very high-tech one. So I just put this there, not because I'm expecting everybody to do something that looks like this, but the idea is that you're going to have a portfolio project that shows yourself what you do. In this case, you're going to call yourself a web developer. You're going to have a link to most of the projects that you have done that people can click and see what you have worked on. So we are starting that right now, starting to show off whatever we have done. So every of the projects that we have done before and the one we will be doing, you will be putting them inside this your portfolio project where people can go at once and see all the things you have done. We have to appreciate the little beginning. Every small thing, no matter how small it is that we've built so far, we'll put them there. And when we get to the level where we start building the good ones or the big ones, we'll also have them there so people can see your progress, right? So we're going to have something like this today. Everybody in this class today will be building their portfolio websites, and this is what we're going to be building. You're going to have a portfolio page or a web page that has your name, like in this case, Lateef Azeez portfolio. You're going to write this. I will give you the file. It's already in the, if you go to the last week's download, because this is not going to be in today's download, it's going to be in the last week download. You would see portfolio websites, and the task is going to be there. So here, you will remember that we did this in one of the previous classes. Best movie according to whoever it is, right? Now, that particular project, you guys are going to look for it, run it, take a picture of it. This is going to be a picture, okay? But you're going to have a link before that picture. That link will link you to that code. So what you're going to do is you will copy that code that we used when we were building this particular one. You will bring it into a separate file in your code and then have a link to that code. So whenever anybody click on movie ranking projects, it must take us to a page, and that page would show us this one that you wrote before. So you're not going to write this all over again. You just need to go and copy that code. I told you guys we're going to be reusing most of our codes. That's the standard way of writing codes. We reuse most of the things that we've been doing before, and we keep doing that. So you're going to copy that code. First of all, you're going to run that code, take a picture of it. You have that picture here, but on the heading, movie ranking project is going to be a link that links to this code. So you copy that code and bring it into your code. The same way, we did birthday project, the birthday invite that we did before, I think 2 classes ago. You're going to do the same thing. It will have an header. The header is going to be a link, birthday invites projects. You first of all go and run that project, take a screenshot of that project. Some of you already have those screenshots in Slack. You don't have to do it again. You can just download the screenshot again or look for it on your computer if you save them. Use the image here and then have this text showing here. And then about me, contact me. This is going to be, you already did this before as well. So you're going to have this about me, which is going to be a separate page, and contact me, which is going to be another separate page. So in other words, we're going to have a full portfolio website that has 2 of the projects that you have done before that people can click and take them somewhere. And take them to that project, and then 2 links below, about me and contact me. And that forms the first aspect of our portfolio project that we'll be working on today. So to do that, like I said, we'll go to the previous downloads. So that will be lesson 4. So if you go to your lesson 4, I don't know if somebody is trying to enter. I can't see. Okay. So if you go to lesson 4, you would see 4.3 HTML portfolio projects. That's what we're going to be using today first. So the 4.3 portfolio projects, if I open it in my own VS Code here, this is what we'll see. So these are the instructions. You can see I have 2 folders. One is assets. Inside assets, there is a birthday invite, which you guys are going to replace with yours. So you take your own birthday invites, replace them, and the movie ranking project, replace the 2 of them with these images. Replace these 2 images with your own picture of your website. And in the public folder, I already have about.html, birthday invite. So what you do is that either you update this code, or you copy your own code that you already did before and just paste it here. It's still going to be the same thing, whichever way that is convenient for you. Same way, contact page, it's either you update this or you use it the way it is, or you copy the one you did before. Movie ranking, you're going to copy your code or update this to look like what you want, right? At the end of the day, this is the goal. We're going to have this whole thing. There will be a link. Like I said, this is going to be a picture of this website. This is going to be a picture of it, but this link must take you to that page. So if you click this link, it must go to movie ranking. This one, sorry, this is an image. It must go to movie ranking HTML. If I click on birthday invites project, it must go to birthdayinvite.html. And then this is your index, which is the main page. I already put some instructions here for you guys. Create the HTML boilerplate, the one I just sent to you. Now, what I forgot to show you is this. So if you want to create the HTML boilerplate, the one I just showed you on the presentation, although I've wanted you guys to type it out, but why do you have to suffer if there is a way to do it quicker? So to create that HTML boilerplate, what you need to do is to type the exclamation mark, which is actually on 1. So you're going to press Shift 1. Once you have this exclamation mark, you tab out. Tabbing out means you press tab. The moment you press tab on your keyboard, it brings the HTML boilerplate for you. So it's already generated. You don't have to write it again. If you want to just practice writing it, you can do that maybe later. But right now, to make things faster, I will do that again. You just need to type or press the exclamation mark on your keyboard, which is on 1. So which means you're going to press Shift 1. And once you have that exclamation mark, you press on the tab button. So once you tab out, it gives you the boilerplate. Now, in this boilerplate, it looks exactly like what I've explained before. You need to change what you have there as the document to my profile page, something that depicts what you're trying to do. And in the body, so every code you're going to be writing must be inside this body. So in other words, all the things you're going to be doing to showcase everything here must be placed inside this body. Okay? So before I talk too much, any questions at this point?
Good question. Good question. So within that boilerplate, is it within that boilerplate that we're going to have this, let's say I am a developer on the Latin Aziz portfolio?
Yes. So you start like this. Inside the body, you start like with the H1. I can't even write my name. portfolio, something like that. Yeah. And then you continue writing the rest of the code inside.
Which one is the document then?
The document is the header, is the title of the page. So the title of the page, that's the one I was saying that it's what you always see in the tab whenever you visit any website. So whatever you want to show here in your own website is what you write as the document. So you must change this document to something else.
Okay.
Like my portfolio, my personal portfolio, whatever you want to call it. Something that depicts what the website is doing. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? So it looks like we all understand. Is it that I'm assuming that we all understand or understood the instructions, or we are still confused somehow? I haven't seen Majid. I think I've seen Wolf already. Yeah, seen Wolf, but not Majid. Okay. So if you guys understand.
Sorry,
this,
sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, you said if we click on, for example, the link to, for example, movie ranking project, it has to take us to the code that we used for the movie ranking project.
No, it will take you.
Now
you have the code in here. The code must live in this particular project. So if you have it, I already have the code here for you in the starter codes. You can update this to suit whatever you had in your previous one when you did it, or go and open that file, wherever it is, copy it, and replace this one with that code. That's all.
No problem.
Kaji?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So, if there is no any other question, Abiodun, you are welcome. So for the sake of Abiodun, I would quickly repeat the instructions. I will not go back to the previous explanations, but I will repeat the instructions that we're doing today. Abiodun, can you hear me? No?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So before you came in, we actually went quickly through the HTML boilerplates, which is the way we are going to continue writing our code going forward. What HTML boilerplate really means is that there is a way that we write HTML codes for the sake of the browser to be able to read the code. And that is in an HTML boilerplate. And there's a structure for that HTML boilerplate. That boilerplate looks like this. There's going to be a doc type, there's going to be an HTML header, every other thing will be wrapped inside the HTML opening and closing tags. And what do we have inside the HTML opening and closing tag? We'll have the head and the body. The head carries a lot of information. You don't have to cram this. There's a way you generate this, which I just demonstrated here, and I will demonstrate it again now. Inside that head, you have something called the title, which is the one that really concerns you right now. The title is whatever you put in here is what shows up when you run that code here in the tab. So in this Amazon's case, you can see that there is something like electronics, amazon.ca, blah, blah, blah. That information is written inside the title tag. So you have your title tag, and then you close the head. Then inside the body, that's where we write all the code that will display this thing. So there's a task that people are going to start now, that you are going to start now. This task is about start building your portfolio. Your portfolio is that website where you can have a link to all the works you started doing from day one on this course to the last day. So whenever you want to show people what you learned and what you were able to build, you will be sending them a single link to your portfolio. And in that portfolio, they will be able to see all the works that you did and the progress you made so far. So we're starting that today. Now, the way we are starting is that I said, if you go back to last week's download, not today's, lesson 4 download, there's a file called 4.3 HTML portfolio projects. That is the one we are going to start with today. So if you load in that file here, you would see a couple of things I have here. I have assets folder, public folder, and some other files. Inside assets folder, I have the picture sample of birthday invite. You remember we did this project before, and we have a movie ranking picture. We did that before as well. So in this case, you all are going to replace these two pictures with your own picture that you did before. You know, you remember you guys sent it to me or posted it on Slack that time. So you need those pictures to replace these two because you're going to use them here. So in this page, there will be a link here, movie ranking projects. When you click that link, it must take you to this page, movieranking.html. Now, what do you have inside movieranking.html? I already put the code here, but the one you wrote when we did this project or when we did this exercise is what you're going to put. So you're going to replace this with that. So you copy that code wherever you have it, put it in here. So whenever anybody clicks here, they will see your top 3 movie ranking, top 3 movies of all time. Then a picture of it will be here. The same way you're going to do the birthday invite. We did the birthday invites projects. You have a link that goes to birthday invites, and you can update this, or you replace the entire code with the one you wrote when we did this exercise. Then take a picture of it. This picture is one you're going to load in here. The birthday invite picture will be the one that shows up here. And then you have 2 links, About Me and Contact Me. The About Me should take you to the About Me page. So we have about.html. Guys, please don't leave this lorem.ipsum that I wrote here. It's just a sample code. I want you guys to write something meaningful. It doesn't have to be long, but something that is meaningful about you. Let's do it that way, right? You can write how your journey has been so far, learning how to code. Something that has meaning, not lorem.ipsum. We don't want to see, this is going to be your real portfolio website that will keep building over time. So we don't want to see things that doesn't have meaning there. And then the Contact Me, well, that you don't have to put your contact, just have something that makes sense. You can leave it the way it is, or just put some garbage in here that looks like an address, okay? So this is the first work we're doing today, and I believe most people are already started. So we are going to start. Let me bring my tomato timer. Yes?
Yeah, your tomato have to go down. So all those projects that we're doing, because I haven't been closing my VS Code, I press save. Like when we're done doing it and it has that white circle and you press save. My expectation is that it saves to the original file, like what we downloaded. I don't know if that's
Yes. Yeah, so as much as you make some changes in that code and then you saved it, it's saved to the original file you downloaded from the Google Drive. So if you go back to that original file, you would find those changes that you made, you will find them there. None of them.
right. So I'm looking at like the 4.1 that we did, the web pages.
Okay.
Which is the one with the picture and about me and all of that. And I just hit save right now because I went in there. I saw the white circle thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hit save. I was kind of expecting that when I go into the download folder, it would show that something was saved today.
How do you expect it to show that something was saved today? You may not be able to see that something was saved today. All you just need to do is, once you save it, close that project, go and reopen it from that download folder. You should see your changes there. That's the only way I think you'll be able to see those changes. Yeah.
Yes, no, this is why it's Apple people shall. That's all I'll say.
Okay, so you mean by hovering on the mouse, you will see that something has changed somewhere?
Yeah, like normally, if you save it, say you save a document.
Yeah.
Right. At least on my PC, on my HP, you save a document. If you go to your documents, you see last saved.
But that's a Word document or an Excel document. It's not an HTML document. No.
Sorry. Okay. I guess I have to close because I was wary of closing because I was not seeing them. Like if I close and it's all gone, what will I do? I don't know what to expect.
You should
think
close.
I'm having the same issue. I'm having the same issue as Jamila.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked directly. So the folder I downloaded was what I worked on, and I saved it. Now opening the folder again, now I can't see any of the works I've done.
It means you are
and I've really gone a long way.
Yeah, so 2 things might have happened. It's that you did not save it actually before you close that VS Code. If you indeed saved before you close VS Code, trust me, there's no juju that will remove it from that code. So
don't want to start.
Yeah, so technology is garbage in, garbage out. Is like that. No juju can change whatever you do.
No, you know one funny thing. This one we are doing now. I've done it during the course of the week, last week.
Okay. It means you forgot to save it.
And then for mine, it's saying that the contact link is not, says it can't be found. And now I'm looking at that side with the 4.1. It's it used to have a contact link page. It's not there.
Yeah, maybe you've moved something or it's not in the right path. So remember we have a path. There must be a path to getting that contact. So if you are on index.html and you want to link contact, you have to first of all locate where contact is and then see how you can link that path. Is it one level up? Is it one level down? Is it on the same level? Is it inside a folder? In this case, if it's like this. So what you need to do, guys, you don't want to stress yourself. Take this folder that you downloaded that I already gave you, which is in this case it is 4.3 HTTP blah blah blah. You already have everything in here. Okay, you already have everything in here. What you just need to do is to replace. Start by replacing the images. Get your own image to replace these images. That's the first two things to do. Next is go to birthday invites. Do you want to update this code? Updating means that you can just change the birth dates and whatever that is particular to you, change it. Okay, that's all. Otherwise, copy your own code, whatever it is before, and replace the whole of everything here, replace with your own code. I feel the fastest way would be to just update what is here. So if I were you, I'll just change the birth date here and read the content, see whatever that looks should be personal to you, change that. That's all. Contacts, you may want, you may not want. That's up to you. Movie ranking, it's already there. My best movie, according to, put your name here, just update this. So you already have the code. I'm insisting on going to your code because I want you guys to cultivate the habit of saving your code, knowing where they are, and being able to reuse them whenever it's needed, because that's all we'll do as professional web developers or professional software engineers. We do reusable codes. So you must learn how to organize your code, organize your files and folders, being able to locate them whenever you need them and bring the code for a use. That's what I'm trying to let you guys learn here. But you can actually update all the codes here. That's why I provided this code again for you guys. You can update them and it will still be the same thing. If there is no other question. Abiodun, do you have any question? I know you might be a little bit confused. One thing I forgot to tell you since you joined later was that in order for you to get that boilerplate that we talked about, you don't have to type everything out. What you do, Abiodun, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. In order to get that boilerplate to be able to start this work, all you need to do is to type the exclamation mark. So how do you get the exclamation mark? It's on 1, the key number 1. By pressing Shift and 1, you will see the exclamation mark, and then you tab out. So tabbing out means you press the tab on your keyboard. It brings you the boilerplate. You just change the document here to the title of your own website. In this case, I would say my personal portfolio project or my portfolio website, whatever you want to call it. And then every code you're going to be writing by following this. So the instructions are here. The instruction 1 says create the HTML boilerplate. I have just created the boilerplate for you guys. So you can just do this right inside here. That's what 1 says. You can just update this one to my portfolio. Portfolio. Or whatever you want to call it. So you already did question 1. Question 2 says add your previous project, HTML, into the public folder. So this is the public folder. I already added the code for you. What you just need to do is to go there and update them. So you go there and update them, or you go there and replace them with your own code, whatever you want to replace here. Number 3 says take screenshot of your previous project and add the images to the image folder. Like I said before, go to that one that you did before, take a screenshot of them. If you cannot find them or they are not updated again, go to Slack, go and download the one you sent when you did those projects. It's as simple as that. Replace them here. Give them a proper name because you're going to locate them through that name that you gave them. So put those pictures here. That's all for that. Add titles and subtitles, etc. So you go here, change your titles, subtitles, make this look good the way you want it. That's for that. And finally, add images to show the project's previous hint for to do number 6. You can use height, attribute, and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, we learned, Majid showed us how to do the attributes, the height and width attribute the last time. If you forgot, it is just by inside your image tag by specifying the height and the width. That's all. So give this a try, guy, and then add the contact me and about me page link. You already know how to add a link. We've done it before. This is like bringing back everything you did before to refresh yourself, and then you start using that to create your personal website. I've spent almost 15 minutes talking about this. You are going to have 15 minutes, the next 15 minutes to do this. And after that, if you, once you're done with yours, you can take a picture of the results and put it on the Slack channel for exercise or for projects, for projects. So 15 minutes starts now.
Yes, I'm stressed.
Why?
I figure out how I'm saving, because if I'm doing Control S and it's telling me document is saved and I'm closing and I'm going back and it's not there.
Are you doing Control S or Command S?
S, save. Save shortcut. I'm saving.
Okay.
And it's showing it's saved and I close. And of course, when you close and it doesn't prompt you, it means it's saved. And then I go into the folder and it's not saved.
Okay, so let me do this. Let me do this here, because there might be something that you're doing wrong. Let's figure it out. So on this page, you remember that when I opened this thing, there was no boilerplate. So I'm going to delete this boilerplate again. I already added it in this right here. So I'm going to save this. It wasn't there before, right? So I'll close it. I'll close everything, close the VS Code. And if I come back, open VS Code, new window, and drag the folder into VS Code, I should see that boilerplate there. So I opened it again, and then I'll go to index.html, and I have the boilerplate. So why is yours not saving?
Because this web pages thing is since last week. So I'm very confused as to why I'm seeing a blank. I'm going to close all my VS Code. This cancel. Won't save anything as of today, please.
The downloaded folders, did you have it in multiple places or just one place?
Just one.
Just be sure. You may have it, you may have a copy of it somewhere. Maybe that's the one that is getting updated, right? If it is just in one place, that's the one that should be getting updated with all your changes. You can ask questions if you have any difficulties. The time has started. Are people doing this, or people are just looking at me like they deceive yourself there?
I've not started because I'm a bit.
We're already trying.
Okay, if you lost your files like Jem did, it's okay for today. For today, what you need to do is, I already provided you all the codes again. Like I said, just go in there and update those codes. They are already there for you. The birthday invite is already there. Change your birth date. That's all you need to change. If you have any other image you want to use, you can change it. Otherwise, you can leave the image the way it is. Your movie ranking, just update your own movie. You remember the movie you put before. The people that put Ajanle Koko and the people that put Koko Baboni, just put them, just put them there. So just update this code. If you can't find your changes, that's okay for now. But going forward, please, before the end of every class, make sure you save all files, close your VS Code, open them again to be sure that you have all of them saved. You cannot keep your VS Code open for life. It's not possible. At some point, you have to shut down your computer. If you don't.
So I have a quick question. This project is about us creating a link to all the what's it called, right? So now this let's say I'm talking about the movie ranking project. It has to be within a link. It has to be encompassed in a link, and then of course there will be another image picture of the outcome of it, right?
Yes.
Trying to make us do.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to make you do. So
Atas, you know what? I think you have to excuse me for today. Because this thing, not finding it is giving. I don't want to come again.
Okay.
I will submit this over the week.
Wait,
because of the week.
Hold on. Do you actually listen to it? Wait now, bros. Do you actually listen? Do you listen to all I've been saying before?
Going back to the folders now, to the original folder.
Wait now, Julie. Did you listen to all I've been saying today? Like, have you been listening to me, or you were stuck digging for those files? I said
I'm stuck digging for that file.
Okay, don't get stuck. Okay, don't get stuck. I said you don't have to look for those files. Going forward, you have to find a way. You have to make sure you save your files properly. For today, I already provided you all the codes again in this folder. So go to last week's folder that you downloaded. Look for 4.3.
Okay.
Bring it to your VS Code. You already have everything. Those codes you're looking for, I already gave you back here. Okay. So just go there and update them. That's all.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We can start now.
All right. Who else is having that problem of locating the old file? Jem, don't locate those old files again. Leave them for now. Okay. Leave them for now. I already provided you everything you need. But going forward, we have to be able to locate our codes. Okay, for today, you already have all of them here in this exercise. So just go into that exercise and update those things. Update your movie ranking. I already provided you movie ranking.html. Update it. That's all. Please, everybody, I'm not going to excuse anybody from this exercise. Everybody will do this exercise. Okay, but going forward, I've said it before and I'm saying it again. By the end of every class, make sure you save everything you did and make sure they get saved, and organize your files and folders. It's important. Give them proper titles. I already titled them for you. So I believe you can still maintain those titles. That's why I put them in 1.0, 2 point something, 3 point something, according to the lecture. So today's lecture is 5. You will be saying 5 point something. This one was lecture 4 or lesson 4. It's 4 point something, right? So organize your files. Everything should be okay, right? For today, use the code I gave you. All right, guys. We have started. So let's do this and then we'll continue with today's class. If you have any other questions, please ask me. Don't get confused. I know today will be like, why are we starting this rough today? It's okay. Some days at work too, you start rough.
Please, just leave this. This our class work. Just leave the page like this. Make a look and go out.
But you have don't you have this folder 4.3?
I'm using one screen. I'm just using one screen.
Then I have to go through all the files one by one for you. Is that what you're doing?
The way this your portfolio is displayed, that's what I mean.
This one?
Yes. Can you just leave it like that?
Okay. I will leave it. Anyomo?
Sir?
Are you in this class?
I'm Kuku, yeah. I got everything, but my problem now is I don't know how to link my site to my site.
You don't know how to what? You don't know how to link. You know how to do these links?
Let me show you where I'm stuck now. Can I share my page, sir?
Of course you can. Let me stop sharing. And I'm going to grant you access for a moment. I don't know why I have to do this all the class. I believe it should be permanent, but it's not. Oh yeah, you can share now.
I've forgotten that I'm using my phone to listen while using the system. Okay, let me just
join with your system. Bobola, how far? You were not in the last class. So this exercise might be a little bit thick for you to handle, but how is it going so far?
I'm trying to find my way around it.
Trying to find your way, right? Yeah, I know it might be a little bit if you have watched that video of the last class, you should get a hang of it actually. You should. Who else have I not heard from? Wolf. Yeah, Wolf of Yanopaja. How far, brother? Kilo Ishale. You did quiet too much.
We are looking from behind. We are doing it.
Is everything okay?
Everything is okay, but not too okay. Like the linking of the page, I realized I'm forgetting like certain stuff. So now I think this assignment is good.
It's normal to forget, yeah. Just go back to your code last week, the one you did. Look how you link the pages and bring it back here. That's all. It's okay. Developers don't cram. We don't cram things. We always have, yeah?
Sorry, just feeling there. So the pictures we are replacing is basically just the birthday
and the other one.
Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, so like I was saying, we don't cram things. No developer cram. But when you do it over and over and over, today, tomorrow, you have been coding for 1 year, they become part of it. So it looks like you've crammed them. But in most cases, we consult documentations. There's always going to be documentation, or your previous codes that you wrote before, you just open it. It's not a crime. That's the normal way in coding. So you should always go back to your code if you forgot anything, and then look at it again and do it. So that's it. So there's nothing like I forgot it, how we did it before. It's okay to forget. There will be a lot of things that you do that you forget. All right. Anyomo, you said you wanted to share your screen. Okay. Yes. I can't hear you if you are talking.
Is it sharing?
Yeah, I can see your screen, but I can't hear you. And you need to turn off or mute yourself on one of the devices.
Okay.
Okay, better now. Yeah, so what's the issue?
Now, I have to bring this birthday invite HTML inside here.
Okay, so how do you link a web page? You remember we had an anchor tag.
Yes.
Okay? That anchor tag has an attribute. The attribute is an href, and that's where you define which page you want to link. So if you go back to last week, do you have your last week work that we did? You would see them there, how we linked about me. You remember we did this about me thing last week. We did it.
Yes, sir.
We did about and contact. We linked it somehow. Why not go to that code, look at it again? In fact, copy it, bring it here and update and edit, because you have to edit the path. You remember what I mean by the path? The path
yes, I know.
So that part where you have something that looks like slash something. Yeah, that's what I mean by path. So that's what we need to do. So I believe you can do it. Just go to your last week code, see how we link web pages. We already linked contact and about, copy them and do the same thing here.
All right, sir.
Good. Who else have a question? Jem is tying her head. This thing done the.
I'm not even started. I'm still trying to spin my way around, but it is well. Okay. I don't think I need you here.
Looks like we're going to have an extension of the time. That's fine.
Me, I must cook my house today. Galatas.
Must do what? I don't care when you're cooking your house. You cook.
Don't stress me. Should you want me to use all the things that happened to me in the week to download here?
Unfortunately, I didn't know what happened to you.
So that this week will be over, finally. Because I don't even know. Anyway, let me not start.
If my explanation or the instructions are not clear enough, let me know. Maybe I didn't explain well. It's possible, but it's simple. If you're looking at this image here, you would understand what we're trying to do. an HTML, an horizontal line, a link, an image, a link, an image, 2 links. That's all we're trying to do. And we've done them before, right?
So, Tatas, please, for the movie ranking project, after creating the link, you said the link should take us to the
movie ranking.html. It should take you to movie ranking.html.
But I can't find the folder here. I only have the pictures here.
Where are you looking at?
Shebi, we did it in lecture 4.
Okay. Should I speak Yoruba? Let me speak Yoruba this
no,
time.
No. This is what I'm saying. I've already created. I've already done the whatever. I just want to link it to your own.
So the one my instruction is still not clear. And that's what I'm getting here. You are not linking to my own. You are not linking your own to my own. Okay? You are working in this folder 4.3. Everything you want to do here is in this folder 4.3. Okay? You have the asset, you have the public folder. The public folder already has movie ranking right here. So when you click on movie ranking, it should go to this movie ranking.html. You should go to movie ranking.html. You are not linking from what you wrote last week to what I wrote. No. You are working everything inside this 4.3. That's why I keep asking you, do you have this 4.3? Have you opened this 4.3? Because everything you're doing should be inside 4.3.
I've opened the 4.3.
So if you look at public folder, you will see about birthday invite, contact.html, movie ranking.html. Do you see that? Do you?
That's what I can.
Can you share your screen? Share your screen, Jay. Share your screen. Right. Oh, I thought I was even sharing screen. I was actually displaying demo on my. I didn't know that I was not sharing. Fuck shit. Share your own screen, Julie.
Language. I'm
sorry. The linking is still a problem for me. I don't know the codes. Okay. Anyomo, are you able to find your last week work that you did?
Can you hear me now?
I can see your screen, Julia. I can hear you. Open your VS Code.
Yeah. This is the public folder.
The public folder, you see now, in the public folder.
I didn't drop it.
Yes. So I told you last week that the arrow should be facing down. That's when you know that you open that folder.
No problem.
All right. Thanks. So Anyomo, if you are still having issues with the linking, I am not going to rewrite the linking here today. What I want you to do is to go to your code last week. It's not coming to VS Code. You have to drag it. If you must use towing vehicle to tow it, that's VS Code. Your codes are disorganized. Okay, this is what you do, Anyomo. Let me tell you. So if it's not coming to VS Code, leave the one you have right now, the 4.3 folder, leave it the way it is. Go to your VS Code icon in your wherever it is, right click on VS Code icon and do new window. Okay, new window. Now, when you do new window, just click on new window. It will open a new window for you. Now, look for the folder for last week, the one you worked last week. Drag it and drop it into the new window. You will be able to see everything you did last week. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. So you click on new window. Once you have new window like this open for you, you just go to the last week work that you did. Maybe it's in web pages, I guess. Yeah, drag web pages and drop it in here. And when you drop it in here, go and look for your solution, the one you did last week, how you were able to link here. It's here. Let me expand this. It's here. You see, this is how we linked an image. You remember we linked an image, and then how did you link the web page? It will be there because it will be in your own solution. That's what you need to work today. You remember we also did something like, that's enough. Let me not talk too much so that I won't confuse you again. Yeah. So that's how you can actually have 2 different VS Code windows open side by side. You just need to open a new window, okay? I'll go back to sharing my screen. I'm going to reset the time so that we don't spend the whole day trying to do this. Yes?
Sorry.
Yes, I can hear you. Can't hear you again, no, if you are still talking.
Am I going to?
That your audio is bad. It's cutting in, cutting out. Are you going to put what?
I have to. So for to scale the image, am I going to put the width inside the anchor, whatever, or outside the anchor, the closing tag?
It should be in the image tag. So you have an image, you have a source, which is going to be something. You have an alt.
Okay.
Then you now have that width.
Okay, no problem.
And then you have height.
Okay, thank you.
Something like this.
Oh, wow.
You know it. I can actually post the solution so that you can fix your whatever issues you have with yours. Okay. Now, we want to make those websites go live, right? And this is 141. But okay, let's see how it goes. We want to make this website go live. And what it means is that we are going to deploy our mini website that we've just built today. We're going to deploy it to the cloud and make it available to everybody around the world without them having access to your local machine. So how do we do that? Now, what deployment means, I'm going to quickly explain what deployment means and the process and what happens behind the scene. What deployment means is that whenever you have, let's say this is an example of your website, although this is not yours, but let's assume that this is your website right now. Whatever you have in your website, what we're trying to do is that everybody around the globe, anywhere on Earth, will be able to have a link and they will be able to see your website. So whether they are in Africa, somewhere in Nigeria, or they are somewhere in United States of America, they must be able to click a link and then see your website open. Now, how do you make that happen? It's simple. What it means is that you are going to upload your website into a web server. Now, this is an example of a web server, which are hosted somewhere. We have web servers in different places. Like I was explaining in our first class, if you guys remember, there's always going to be an ISP. Yeah, an ISP is your internet service provider. Sorry, guys, I had a door. Someone pressed my doorbell and I don't know. Okay. I think it's 2. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. So you're going to have to upload those files into the web server, and this web server are actually available through your ISPs, your internet service providers, right? And then from the web server, it gets uploaded to the internet and it makes your website available to everybody around the world 24/7. So how do we do this on our own? So right now, your local development, which is your computer, where you have all this code right now, your code is currently located in your local machine. And as it is, even if you run that website, you are the only one that can see it. I cannot see it. No other person can see it. But for you to make us see it, you have to let those files leave your local machine and go into the web server. So we are going to be using GitHub today. There are different ways by which you can deploy your code. You can deploy through AWS. AWS is Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is a cloud service provider that takes your code for you and hold it or deploy it into their remote servers. In other words, we call them cloud. So cloud means they have a server somewhere in a very big building where they have plenty of web servers, and that's where your code is stored. Through that server, your code is available to everybody in the world. So there are other ones apart from AWS. There is Google GCP, there is Microsoft Azure, and so many, like plenty. But today we are going to be using GitHub. Why? Because GitHub is free. And it's only used for development. It's not used for production websites. Production website means you cannot go and build your business website and host it on GitHub. They will yank it down at some point. But they knew that you are students, you're learning how to code, and you're deploying this for free. So they give you a server to host your website for free. So now, once we do that, your website will be available just like what you see in this image, and every other person around the world will be able to see whatever you have. So everybody will go to your GitHub now. And so we are going to do this quickly. As you're watching me, we will all go to our GitHub accounts. If you already created a GitHub account, and you sign into your GitHub account. My GitHub account will make me do something. My own usually have an authentication code. So you give me 1 minute to get my authentication code. So please open your own GitHub account and try to sign in right now. I'm trying to sign into mine. I assume everybody is following me on this one. It is important that you follow.
Let us open first.
On our GitHub is showing start a new project, collaborate with the team.
Yeah, so if you are there, just hold on. Just sign in for now, okay?
You do usually run fast.
Maybe I call you, say me, you teach me something. You decide not to join the other.
When?
When back when?
I was be like, I'm just hearing that for the first time. When was it, please, dear? I didn't see it. Don't vex.
Okay, guys, if you already have your GitHub open, is someone trying to join? Hearing a lot of sound. Can't even differentiate the sound again. Okay. So if you have your GitHub account open, it won't look like my own right now.
I wanted to say my own look different too.
Yeah, that's fine. It won't look like mine because mine has been working. Were you able? Is someone talking?
You were going to ask, were you able to see what?
Were you able to see your profile page? So if you have not seen your profile page, so go to there will be your image, or if you have, that is if you have uploaded your image. Otherwise, there will be an avatar on the right, on the top right. Click on that and click on your profile.
Okay. Your profile.
Did you see that?
It shows my big head.
Okay. Can everybody see your profile, please? I just want to be sure that everybody is with me right now. It's hard to really track people, what you are doing, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your profile. Okay.
So if you can see your profile, it means your GitHub page is well created. And that is fine. So now the next thing you're going to do is to go to that image again, the one on the top right, and then go to
top left.
Top right. Did I say top left? Top right.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, top right. So go to your projects. For you, it will be empty, and you should see something like create your first GitHub project. If you can,
a project. Yeah? Okay. Yep.
Okay, great. If you all can see this first GitHub project, and you can see this button that says new project, please click on that new project.
Bogalatas.
Yes.
What I'm seeing is different too.
Okay. So what did you see?
Click on jump in. Click on jump in.
Jump in now.
Okay, it could be different because your accounts are new. Yeah, I won't know what you guys are seeing. I don't want to create a new account. Sorry.
Jump in.
Jump right in.
Jump in. Then it will
jump inside the ocean.
Okay, we are there. I can see new project now.
So what do you guys see when you click on jump right in?
Then it takes you to the place where you follow your steps.
You see my
project.
Exactly this one. What you're seeing?
I'm there. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing now.
Okay.
Should we create?
Awesome. Okay, so now you leave it at table, let it be on table, and then click on create. Unfortunately, no, that's not the path we should follow. Sorry. Guys, please click on the GitHub logo. We're going to go back. We're not going to create projects right now. We'll create we're not going to. A project is actually going to be a portfolio, which we're not doing right now. Click back on the GitHub image that shows maybe your dashboard or something.
Oh, is that the home page? That's the home page.
This is for me, but it might not be the same for you.
What I'm saying
is repository.
So what do you see on your page?
Repository, blah, 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 blah.
Something like this, right?
No.
Yes.
You will not see a list. Okay, maybe somebody should share the screen so that I can use that person's screen to control. Yeah, that would be better. Thank you.
Can I share?
Yeah.
No share. Let me share. Let me share.
Ladies first now.
Which kind of by a man is this? I'm gonna go to keep killing.
See, God, I catch you. It's not working.
But do you know that GitHub logo looks like this PJ Mask character? That one.
Yeah, it's close to PJ Mask.
I'm willing to work at only one
Okay.
Are we seeing my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen now. Can you please just make the screen full? Make it full screen. On the top left of that particular window, just hover your mouse on the three dots. No, yeah, on the three dots. So the green one. Thank you. All right. So now I want you to click on your icon on the top right, the avatar on the top right. Yeah, click the drop down and then click on your repositories.
Can we just go through here?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to show you guys navigating around so that things don't look different. Yeah, but that's the same thing. It takes you to the same place. So guys, if you are all here, I believe everybody should be here now on this repository. That's where we're going to start. Okay, I assume everybody is here. Now click on new, the new button, the green one. Good. So this is where we are coming to. Now, on that repository name, you need to give a name to this project, to this particular portfolio. So give a name that you like, but there should not be a space in the name. So if you are writing, let's say my repository, my portfolio, it should be my dash portfolio or my underscore portfolio, whichever one you want, whatever you want to write. If it's more than one word, separate them with either dash or underscore. Okay, while you're doing that, the description, you can put a description text as you wish. What is this project about? You can just put a short description. It's not compulsory you fill that now, but it's okay to fill it because anybody looking at it will be able to see, to know what this is about. And you see after the description, I'm sorry if I'm rushing. I need to go pick my kids in like 5-10 minutes. So I want us to go through this one quickly. If you've written the description, the next thing is you see two radio buttons, public and private. You leave it as public, it should not be private. And then the next thing you see is initialize this repository with a README file. So you need to check that box. The README file is like is a markdown file. We call it markdown in software, where you write some instructions, some information and all that inside your code. And this is important to have it. The git ignore, you don't have to add that now. We don't have any secrets. At some point when we start building our other websites, there will be some secret codes that people cannot have access to, like a secret key, a pass key, a password. There will be, you have to add them into the git ignore. But for now, we leave the git ignore. Choosing a license, that's okay. Don't choose any license for now. If you've done all this that we've done so far, please click on the create repository. And everybody should see exactly what Gem is seeing right now.
Some of us know their two screens, so we just the watch first.
That would be tough if you just the.
But no problem. I can see what Gem has done.
Okay, yeah, we'll go through this. When I go to pick my kids, you can quickly try and go through the same process on your own before I come back. Yeah. Okay, so if you're doing this along with us, then you should have this page. If you have this page right now, good. If you don't have this page and you've been doing it, please tell me now so that we can quickly see where you get stuck. No? All right. So if you're on this page already, you need to now go, Gem, if you are picking turkey wings there, please drop it. You need to work. So we need to go, you see where we have go to file, add file, then code. So we need that add file. So you guys need to click on that add file and then upload files. So now we are trying to bring all the code that you wrote in that portfolio project and give them to GitHub to help us to host. So if you're on this page, awesome. Now what you need to do, Gem, to make this work better, please minimize this screen. Yeah.
That.
Yes.
After add file, Upload files.
Yeah, I say upload file. Don't click on add file, just click on upload file.
I've clicked on upload file. Okay, it wasn't coming up. So I decided, I thought maybe it's wrong.
It should look like this. It should look like this.
Yeah, it's up now. It wasn't coming up before.
Okay, it might be your network. That's fine. So if you already have this, like the way it is on GenGem's own, then you're there. Okay. So now,
GenGem, Latas, please, sorry, GenGem, can you please go back a step?
So go back a step.
I'm lost from the previous
Use the
so where do we upload? I have the raw, then that copy file and the download.
You're always in the rush, forget me.
Where are you, Julie? We have not.
No. While I was trying to, I pressed something, so I went back a step.
Okay, GenGem, click the back arrow.
Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was how we got to that place. Can you see this place on your own screen, Julie?
Not really. Okay, I'm seeing something different here.
When you click on create repository, the creates, it should bring you here.
So when it clicks on create, it's supposed to take you to that page where you enter the name of the project.
That's the beginning. Yeah. After you enter the name of the project and everything, you click on create. Then it brings you here.
Continue, don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Click on.
Yeah.
No. Click. What did you? Who asked you to do that, Gem?
Logics. Yeah.
So go to add file. Click on upload files. Now, if you all are here now, I said before that you should make sure you save all the code you wrote in that portfolio project. So if you have not done so, please go and save all your code, the one you have in VS Code for that portfolio. If you have saved that, okay, now you go to, GemGem, you need to go and open the folder where you have this project.
Did I close this first?
You can minimize it. You don't have to close. You can just minimize. Now open your directory and locate the folder. That's 4.3. Guys, I believe if you are doing this with us, you're following. So if you locate 4.3 portfolio project, you are not going to drag the entire 4.3. You are going to open it, just like what GemGem did now. So you open this. When you open this, okay, you need to copy all of this, not copy like that. You need to highlight all of this together. So if you want to highlight all of this, yeah, thank you. You can do shifts. You hold down the shift and click on all of them, or you drag your mouse over all of them, whichever way. Just make sure you have all of them highlighted and selected like this. Once you have them selected, just drag all of them and drop them into that repository. Thank you.
What of if we just click open?
Don't click open.
No, what I'm saying is.
Okay, like if you select all of them, you can click open. Then it will send. If you're on Windows, yeah, it should send all the files into GitHub for you. Now you need to confirm that you have all your files here, so that nothing is missing. You open your folder again and compare what you have there to what you have here. Make sure everything has been copied and pasted in here. It's important. So you have, so you have the birthday invite, you have the movie ranking, you have the goal, which we don't really need, but that's fine. We have the index.html. That's the most important file here. And then you have all the other codes. Alrighty. So everybody should make sure that you have everything here.
Oh, sorry.
You have everything in here loaded. Yours, depending on the network, wherever you are, it might take time to load, which is okay. And your computer capability also would talk. Look at how the way GenGem won't do. Don't worry, your own may not do like that. You may start counting 1, 2, 3. It's okay. What is important is that it gets there. Move, Kilo Shelle. Is it not okay that I explained that? So if somebody would ask me, how come my own is not loading yet? It's actually loading. It's just that it could be your network. You are using 8 gigabyte HP. Okay, Windows 10 or Windows 11.
HP in this class.
Wait till Galata's they do. Everybody will go buy Apple soon.
That's the goal. That's the goal, guys. That's the goal. Is there anybody whose own is still loading? If you've done uploading and you can have it like this, otherwise you can refresh that page. Sometimes it could hang. A lot of things here that you'll be doing here depends on availability of this service. Hey. Okay, so yeah, if everything is okay, now what you need to do is to add a commit message. Every time you try to commit your code into GitHub, there must be a commit message, and that commit message is a description of what you just did. So just put a description: uploaded initial portfolio files, something like that. This is going to be an initial file because the more you improve on that, you will keep pushing it to GitHub. So initial portfolio files uploaded or something, whatever, however you want to put it. So just put a message there. It's important for GitHub. In future classes, we'll be discussing this GitHub in detail, how it works and what we use it for. But for now, let's use it to deploy. So if you're done putting the message, the commit message there, click on commit changes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Commit changes, please. Click now.
Yeah,
now it will take time again, depending on your network speed, depending on your computer processor. It might take time to upload those files, but what is important is let it upload. So for some people, you might have to refresh your browser over and over to get everything completely uploaded. But if you get uploaded one time like this, kudos. And yeah. Do we have anybody? It looks like we are only 1 or 2 people that are doing this thing in the class. Well, you will have time when I go to pick my kid. Which
we are just 1 or 2. I be me and you and Jemavi.
I don't even know. I just feel like only few people are doing this right now. I don't want people to get lost too much, right? But just follow, no issues. So if you have everything like this now, it looks like this for you. So all the codes have been uploaded. In the future, we're not going to be uploading our codes like this. We're going to be pushing them with code, with scripts from our VS Code or from our terminal. So, but for now, because we have not done that part of GitHub, that's why we're doing this manual upload. This is a manual upload. Nobody does this.
Question, Jem.
Yeah.
Did we click on that add a README file that the other time? Did we mark it or we just?
Yes, you have to check it. The README file must be checked. That's why you will see that readme.md.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So this readme.md is the result of that. It's important that we have it here. Okay, guys, if you are on this level now, good. So the next thing is, let us now do something. So if you go a little bit up, you see where we have code.
Are you doing that circle my screen?
I'm the one that
wait.
So if you go to that top tabs, we have code, issues, pull request, actions, project, wiki, security, insight, settings. I want you to go to settings and click on settings. Alrighty. So now on settings, you will be able to see repository name. You'll be able to see template repository, blah, 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 blue, bulaba. Now go to where we have default branch. This default branch must be main. So if your own is not showing main, click on that pencil and make sure it is main. So Jen, click on the pencil just for people to see. Yeah, it should be main. And just close it. You don't have to change it. Let it be main. Scroll up a little bit, please. That's fine. Now keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. Scroll down. Every other thing you're not changing here, just keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down.
Pause, Jam. Sorry.
Danger zone.
Okay.
Yeah, don't touch these things. Just leave them. At some point, we'll come back to them when we need them. Right now, we don't need them. We're only deploying. Keep scrolling.
There is a danger zone.
Don't go to that danger zone. It's if you want to delete the repository. We're not deleting. Keep scrolling down. No, down. Thank you. Down, down. Okay. Now scroll back up, please. All right.
Sorry, it's only one thing we change, right? We change default to main.
Yeah, if it's default, change it to main. Now scroll all the way back up, Jem. On the left side, you see that the list of items you have there, locate the one that says pages. So if you go down 2 levels, Jem, you will see pages. Yeah.
Click.
So click on pages, guys, please. All right. If you're here on pages, you need to now locate, you see from the top, you see source and it shows deploy from a branch. You see branch. GitHub pages is currently disabled. So you need to select the none and change it to main. Thank you. Please change your own to main, and that's all we need to now click on save. There's save after the main. No. It's just on that same line. Yeah. Make sure you click on that save, guys. Click on save, and that's all we are going to do here. Now, if you scroll down, all righty. Please scroll back up and refresh this page.
Daddy, Mommy said I can be done.
Sometimes it takes a moment for GitHub to grab it, depending on depending on how busy GitHub server is, because it's a free service, and how many people are using the service right now. It could take some time, but something will pop up as soon as everything is done properly and GitHub is ready for you. Something pops up and lets you know that the page has been uploaded and is ready for view. So please refresh that page for a couple of times. Yes, you see something just showed up on top. Your site is live at jemilaea.github. Your own will be the name of your GitHub account, .github, blah, 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 the name of your portfolio, whatever you put there. And that's it. We now have our website live, hosted on GitHub web server. How do you know? You will see a visit site button. So click that. It should take you to your site. And that is your site. Now, if you want to send this to your friend, your brother, your auntie, your uncle that are somewhere around the globe, what you need to do is just copy that URL link and send to them. That is your portfolio. So you've been able to build a website.
I didn't update my contact name.
I'm sending you my website link. Please
send me.
If you've done yours, guys, please, I need to pick my. If you've done yours, please post the link, that URL link, because I'm going to test all of them. Post that URL link on the project site. Everybody, please. If you've not done yours, go through the process while I'm away. Once you're done doing this, copy your URL link, post it on the project link for me. I am going to test them when I come back. So now we are going on break, but it's not going to be a break for those who have not finished theirs. Take that break to finish yours. For if you've done yours, take a break, relax, take coffee, let's go to the code first. Show me the code on your this thing and run it. Let's see that the image is there.
Okay. Okay.
Are you downloading it?
No. This is the HTML.
No, I'm not seeing your screen. No, you are sharing only the browser. You are not sharing your entire
screen. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me stop and reshare.
All right.
Can you see now?
Yes, I can. All right. So let's see. So now preview this code, and let's see that the image is showing in the preview.
So
which image are you looking for?
The birthday, this picture, and the top movies.
Okay, scroll up to the birthday. Let's see. The birthday picture. So starting from It's My Birthday, Abby. Starting from It's My Birthday up to Google Map link, Abby. Okay.
Others were showing just.
Okay. So now let's see your deployed website.
Oh no. I better put me through from here, Jerry. I don't.
Yeah,
can you see this one?
The link. No, you're sharing. You're always sharing one screen. You're not sharing your entire screen. So you're only sharing VS Code right now. Always share your entire screen when you pick the options. Or pick the option of all screen or maybe entire screen. I don't know how it shows on your own end, so that you can always switch from browser to from page to page.
I don't have the options here.
So when you click share screen, when you click the share screen, it brings up a window.
Yeah.
That window shows desktop one. It shows desktop. It shows different things.
Now, yes.
Now there's going to be the desktop one, the one that shows desktop. The desktop is the one you are going to click.
Okay, desktop one.
Yes, click on that one. So you will see it will show you all the. You don't have to be turning on and off.
Okay.
Now, yeah. So now we can see your GitHub. Now go and copy that code. Where is your site code? Your site.
Put me through to the site again. They put me through to the site because this.
Oh yeah, click on settings. Settings.
Okay.
Now on the left side, click on pages.
Pages.
And so refresh this page. Your link is not showing up. It should be showing up here. Refresh again. Did you saw the link before?
Yeah, I saw the link before.
And did you
open it somewhere? Yeah.
Scroll down. Can you scroll down? Scroll back up.
Let me refresh again. Could it be with the settings or?
That's what I'm thinking. It's supposed to show here. If it already showed before, it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Yeah, it should
always be there.
But I tried like 3-4 times the other time.
Why is it not there anymore? So go back to click back. Click back button, back arrow, and scroll down. Scroll down gently. Let me see on this page. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. So scroll all the way down. Let me see.
Desktop was still low.
So keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Nothing. And go back to the. Scroll back up. Let me see. Now on the tab up, click on code. Code.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking at. Okay, you have index file. So what's going on? Now click on settings again. And click on pages. Oh.
Is it deployed from branch? Is it deployed?
No, you don't have to do anything to that.
Okay.
You may need to delete the repo and create another one. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. It should remain there if it's already showing before. I don't know why it left. The link should always be here. Did you do it twice?
The other time?
Did you do this thing twice? Did you deploy twice?
No, just once. I only have that portfolio alone.
And okay, so that portfolio, that link, when you used it before, is it not somewhere? Did you not open it somewhere?
Yeah, it opened, but I closed it later. I just closed, since the picture image is not showing, I just closed it.
Okay, what you do is delete this repository and recreate the repository again, because I'm not sure how to debug this and why it is not showing.
Where I go to home, Abi?
Go back to general on this, just on this side thing. There's a general, yeah, click that one.
Yeah.
Now, if you scroll all the way down, you would see the danger zone. Yeah, here. So delete this repository is down, the last one.
Okay.
Yes. Now it will ask you, yes, click on that. Now you will need to copy that Akibode/Julius_portfolio. See, so to confirm, type this. So just copy that part and paste it in here. And button will highlight. It's not allowing you to copy. Yeah, type it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then you can deploy again. You can do a new, and then upload the codes again.
All right.
Give it a name. Start from the top. Give it a name, the repository name. Birthday project, okay.
Do I need to add the README file?
Yes, you must check that button to add a README file.
Okay, is it okay like that? The none, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Create repository. All right, now click on add, click on the add file. Upload files. Now upload, drag or you can just click on choose your files. Click on that, choose your files. Yeah. Now locate where your files are here. Lesson 5, double click. Is it, lesson 4, sorry. Double click on 4.3. Now copy all of them. So highlight all of them. No. Click on 4.3 again.
Okay.
Now all the files, just highlight all of them. The one on the right, yeah. You can hold shift key.
Yeah, that's what I'm even doing. I'm holding the shift.
Okay, you know what? Close it. Just go and drag. Dragging, that's why I'm dragging. Yeah.
That's what we did earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking maybe it would.
It didn't work now. We tried that selection, it didn't work.
It should work. But I think selecting some of you need to. Some of your MacBook needs some settings to be able to do those actions. So now minimize this screen, and then
What people want to do.
You are maximizing or you are not minimizing. Minimizing.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's minimized now. Just drag it to just click, go and look for your this thing. It's minimized. Look for your this thing and bring them. Let me keep looking at
everything has been highlighted.
No, wait, yeah, that's
okay.
Everything. Yeah. Drag everything there. Now you can close the other one and make this big so that we can see. Now put a commit message. No, the down one. Just put a message there. Yeah. Anyone. Write Bala Blue. I just write Bala Blue there. Then you come back and edit it.
Then commit.
Wait. Be sure that all the files are finished loading. Go back.
Okay.
Check it. Now, okay, I think everything is loaded. Okay. Now, commit changes. All right.
Refresh.
Now click on settings. No, just click on settings. Go to pages. Now change the branch from none to main. No. Not down. The other one, yeah. Main, save. Now keep refreshing that page. Let's see.
I think we should go on with the class. Don't let me miss you. I mean,
yeah. So just keep refreshing. Once you have the link, check it again and see if the images show.
Let me just stop sharing.
Just send the link to. Let me see the link.
All right.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I thought, you know how we linked the About Me page to like the sorry, I'm going to check my website because I'm priding right now. So no, this is not my website now. So you know how we are supposed to click on movie ranking project? I click on it on my phone now. I'm seeing my website. Hey, forget it though.
You add the link on you send the link to yourself on then you
open
it's
on WhatsApp. I sent to my family group. Then I open website. Okay, so you know when we click the link to movie ranking project, I thought it was going to take us to a page where we would see like the code that we wrote.
No, it will take you to the movie ranking page. You're not going to be seeing code again. Code don't go. Once you deploy, nothing concerns you with code again. It's the product that you start seeing. Yeah.
Okay.
Galatas.
Yes.
Can I upload on my GitHub and probably eventually write my About Me later?
Sorry, write your what later?
About Me later.
My About Me.
Oh yeah, of course. Do the upload. Let's see. Let's have a working website. That's the first thing. Yeah.
I don't know if everything is right.
Your About Me can just be my name is Bob Marley. That's all. It's all. You just want to see something there. It doesn't have to be a long episode. Yeah, whatever it is, whatever Bob it is. My name is Bob Marley. My name is Bob D. Just have something there, something to show. Whatever. It doesn't have to be an episode for now.
My name is Bob D and I'm learning to code. Happy to be there.
I read your About Me, Jem.
Very deep.
You collect now. Okay, let me check. I'm testing Alamin now. I've tested Ayomo, it's okay, except the last part of it where your contact me and about me ran to one side. I believe you can fix that, but other than that, it looks good so far.
I
Good job.
I did that purposely, sir.
Purposely? Okay. If it is purposely, then that's fine. But don't do anything purposely that is against my instructions in class. You can get beaten for that, okay?
All right, sir. It's just that the same were on the same, the code were on the same, but then don't worry.
Alamin, obviously you are a writer. I can see the epistle here. Nice job. Contact me. Great. You guys are putting rubbish on your contact me. You don't know anything. If somebody wants to contact you and give you a web development job now, they will not be able to contact you.
We edit now.
You better put your right contact there. You don't know what's going to happen. No?
But if you go and edit now, we have to like go through that, creating a new, basically, right?
So there's a way that like, okay.
I think you can edit on the GitHub now.
You can actually edit some of the things on GitHub if you are not bringing in a new file. If it's just text, you can edit the text on GitHub there, right there. Okay. And,
wow.
and commit it again and save it. It will still deploy. Yeah, it might take time, but it will deploy the changes for you. You can edit locally as well and replace that file that you changed. It will still be the same thing, right? I know it's going to be a bit messy, which I don't want to get you guys into right now, but it's fine if you can do that. Who else is left here? Who else? Bob, I haven't seen your this thing. You said you're going to load something. Okay, Julius has uploaded Eves. So let me test now.
Just try and open it.
So the images are missing, right? So there is something wrong with these images. There is something definitely wrong with these images that we need to look at. Birthday invite project is the only one I see. I didn't even see your movie ranking project. Even the birthday
movie ranking project is an image.
The birthday
you
even went, it's the same thing now. You are going to have a link and you are going to have an image for the movie ranking as well. So where is the link? It's not there. The birthday one is going to 404 error. So there's something wrong with that this thing. What I'm going to do is, for those who are not able to finish theirs, I will post a solution that you guys can look through to be able to adjust your code to get it better, right? So that we don't spend the entire day.
That's why it's going to 404 error. Yeah.
If it's going to 404 error, it's not well linked. The linking is wrong. That's why. Okay. You know, like I said. And another thing could be if make sure your code is wrapped in that HTML boilerplate.
Yeah, the boilerplate.
If your code is not wrapped in boilerplate, you will have issues too, because the browser will not be able to read it, like I said before. So make sure your code is wrapped in the body part of the boilerplate. Make sure you have a header, the head title. Make sure you have a title. And yes, I would, like I said, I'll post the solution so you guys can go through later. We still have, oh my God, 20 minutes.
Okay, we did our own side. We went to do assignments and use what.
But since I came here, have I been able to go forward? I'm still on this. I'm still on this one. So it doesn't matter whether I was here or I was not here. We will still be here where we are right now. So don't push the blame on me. You cannot put the blame on me. You cannot put the blame on me. You don't put the blame on me.
Don't be angry.
Okay. I'm checking. Okay, so I'm right here, Majid. I'm on your page, but the only thing I see here is the birthday invite. That's
no, that's just a dummy. That's just a. You know, you asked us
of my brother
something.
So just to clarify. I just want to clarify that. Yeah, just dummy. Okay, so you can update that later and deploy the entire project. Okay, but good job for deploying. Let's see, Wolf. Okay, let's check Wolf. Wolf of Aberdeen. Okay, ranking. Yeah, movie ranking works. 48 Hours in Benghazi. Oh my God, I love that movie. A lot of shooting. Oh no, I love that movie, right? It's my birthday, yeah, and the Google Map link works too. Okay, nice job. And now the contact me and about me, Adedeji Kundayo. Interesting. Happy to work and learn on challenging. And okay, interesting. Contact you. Nice one. You have your right address here. Yeah. So somebody can give you, somebody don't want to give job now, they'll be able to give you job, Gary.
Please, I want to learn how to edit because I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, you just go into that GitHub repository, look for the file that you want to edit, double click that file.
I could just to be sure I have the local file matching the international file.
Yeah, so it's better to update it on your local and then replace that file in your GitHub. It's as simple as that. So guys, I've tested the one I have so far. No worries if you're not able to get it right for now, for today. Just learn out, just make sure you get the deployments one and the changes that you need to make in your code. Make sure you do it. And I didn't check Abiodun. Let me see. Okay, movie ranking, Agbaranla, and all those things. But Abiodun, did you use image? You didn't use image. Why? What happened? I didn't see your top 3 movies should be an image here, apart from the link. But you actually wrote the code itself.
She has corrected it. But I'm able to deploy.
Okay, so delete this one and redeploy later, right? The birthday one is fine, but the birthday image is missing. So there might be an issue with the birthday image. Make sure you check that. You didn't link the image well. Your about me is going to 404. And your contact me and about me are both 404. Please adjust that. I will send the solution so that you guys can use to adjust yours if you need it. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so let's round up this class. We are not going to be able to start CSS today, unfortunately, again, but that's fine. What is important is how well, not how far. So in rounding up today's class, let me share my screen again. There's this. Jaido, are you still here or you don't go swim?
I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay.
You said you're going to share that solution. Where would I find that solution?
Yeah, I'll share the solution. Yeah, I'll share the solution.
I'm having problem with all my. You're giving me error 404.
I beg you.
Error go program.
Error no mama po.
I am beef burger here today. Okay, guys. On the hack here, yes.
So that link that we posted, it is available to anybody on GitHub.
No, they don't have to be on GitHub. Anybody that has browser.
And my point is like, so if I go and put my address and phone number, anybody can have it.
Oh yes, so your code is public. What it means is that anybody in the world that has GitHub account can view your code. They can copy your code, they can use your code. Okay, but it's okay, it's fine. It's not illegal and it's not a security issue.
Not even that, like, so it means if I go in there and update my contact me page, for example.
Yeah.
Anybody that goes to that website can know where I live.
Oh yes, they can.
Get them. You don't die. Obedience.
They can. You can upload it. You can put. You don't have to put your phone number. You don't have to put your actual address. Just put something. You know, this is still
Gem. In the long run, you would still put all these things public.
Exactly.
When you start, if you have a business or anything, you definitely put it there now.
That's what I want to say.
Residential address, public. Apologies. I will put email address.
You can put your email address.
Obedient are coming for you.
You come and camp in front of 1232. Once I come out, they shoot me in the head.
No, I beg you. God forbid. Yeah, you can put something if you don't want to. Don't reveal your address for security reasons. You can just have something like a business address if you have a business address, or your email or whatever you want to have there. Yeah. Okay, guys. 10 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go. I will share the solution, but let's quickly finish this part before I share the solution. Okay. We will not be able to get to CSS, like I said, but let's round up with the capstone. So for at some milestones along this learning journey, we'll be doing different capstone projects. So this capstone is not the same as the project that like the one you just did. There are projects that you do in class, or that I'll just say, if you're not able to finish in class, go and finish from home. But there are capstone projects. The capstone will be the major projects for you. Like if anybody here is going to get a dev job tomorrow, those are the real ones you show to to employers or recruiters that you've done. And we're starting again. We're starting that one. It's always going to be take home. It's never going to be worked in the class. It's just going to help you to do some research, to kind of make those things that we learn, to make them stick and practice them over and over to be able to get used to them. So that's why we'll be doing capstone projects. So the first capstone in this project is that you guys are going to build a website for me. That website is simple. It's one-page website, but it's going to have some links too. It's a resume website. You're going to build a website that shows a resume. It could be your resume. You can fake a resume. It depends on how you feel, but it has some instructions that you're going to follow. So same last class, the download we had from last class, guys, there's a PDF file that I uploaded in that download. The PDF file is, the name is Instructions for Capstone Projects. I want all of us to open that PDF if you can. If you cannot, just watch my screen. So this is the capstone instructions that I already provided for you guys. It has all the instructions on what you are going to build. So first, how is it going to look like? This is an example here. This is how what you're building is going to look like. So it's going to be a resume. It will have a name. It could, like I said, it could be your resume. You can just make it up. There will be an image of somebody. If you don't want to put your image, put anybody's image, put a cat image or any image. I just want to see an image there. Then there will be a summary. Summary of whoever owns this resume, the education, work experience in this way. Now, if you look at this, what I want you guys to showcase here is everything we've been doing so far. Writing a list, sub-list, bulletin, having a link and all that. Now,
bulletin.
Sorry?
Did we do bulletin? I've seen different kind of
that's the list now. That's the list. Bullet is the list.
Yeah,
bullets are list.
Ordered and unordered.
Ordered and unordered.
The dots
yeah, that's what you did.
There's black dots and there's empty dots.
Yeah, so this one is when you have another level of this. You don't have to bother about this. You could come anyway. What we want to see here is to have that on ordered list to show up, right?
Right.
Put your skills. All this on the horizontal lines must be there. Put the skills, awards and certifications. My hobbies is now going to be a link. So my hobbies would be another page. So that would take us to another page. You're going to have list your hobbies and all that. And then there will be another contact me again. And whatever fictional address you want to have there. And there will be a footer that has Jendo. Jendo is going to be the name of the developer of this website. In this case, your name. There will be this. You have to research some things. I'm not going to tell you how to do them. You can research how to write copyrights in HTML. It's there on the internet, and all rights reserved. I just want it to look like this. Now, the instruction is what I just showed you on the document. Where's the document again? Here. So you start from the first one, you keep going. I believe it's self-explanatory. If you need help, at this point, I on line 8 or on number 8, I said add a footer. I know I have not taught you how to add a footer before, but that's the idea. The idea is that right now you have to learn how to start digging things up. Okay, you can ask questions if you get stuck, and when you ask questions, if I have to answer, I would ask you guys, or I will ask you what you have done. So save me some time when you are asking me those questions. Hey, Lataz, I am trying to do this. I have done this, and this, but it still did not work. Then I will know that, okay, this is what you have tried. Then I can suggest what to do. But you don't actually need to come to me. You can actually go to this website. I already put a link here. These are the developers of HTML and JavaScript. You can learn anything. So this is a footer, for example. I already put a link to footer, how footers are added in your HTML code. And that's it. This footer here, it's already here. The copyright thing that I mentioned, it's already here as well. So you'll be able to learn how to do those things that are difficult in that place. Like I said, the idea is for you to be able to know how to dig things up and all that. Now, when you are done building this website, you have to deploy it yourself. So number 10 says, add your website to your GitHub, like we did today. Publish it on the GitHub to have a link like we did. And then you are going to, so when you are done, everybody listen, when you are done, you are going to post, I'm going to create another channel for Capstone projects. You will post your link like we did today only in that Capstone project. That's where we want the link to be. And not just posting it, you are going to review 2 people's websites, minimum. You will review 2 people's job and you will make a comment. I want to see those comments. Review their job, look at where you think they didn't do it right. If they do everything right, that's fine. Just comment there that they did it right. But there must be comment on everybody's work. Make sure you review every other person's work. If not everybody, minimum 2 people. I want to see everybody's comment on at least 2 projects. So please, it's collaboration and we are learning from one another. So I want us to do this.
Also, we can collaborate.
Why not? Yeah, collaborate, and you can actually do it in a group, whatever it is. But I want to see everybody's work. That's what is important. Don't bother about beauty, about anything. We have not learned CSS, so we don't know how to style yet. We've not learned interaction, so we've not learned JavaScript. So you won't be able to do any interaction. If you already learned it yourself, keep it to yourself. Don't add styles to this resume, please. Please, so don't add styles to this resume.
Or we slap you.
Just do the HTML and let it look exactly the way the instruction look like. When we get to CSS, we'll be dealing with styling and beauty. Okay. So now, I wrote a note here. Imagine you're a professional developer working on this project. There will be things you don't know, right? Things you want to do, but haven't yet learned how to do, apart from CSS styling. As a professional developer, you need to know the limits of your abilities and look up other things in Google, MDN Docs. MDN Docs is the one I shared here. This is MDN Docs and the internet. So it's just reiterating the fact that don't feel bad if there's something you want to do because we've learned it before and you forgot. That's okay. That's why the internet is there for you and document the Google Doc and everything. So you can always Google and check. The same thing. What if I don't remember about how to do something and whatever, and even though you attend the class and all that, it doesn't matter. Check it up, look it up, and try to do it. That's the idea. You learn how to make your findings and you learn how to do it. So this is going to be a take home for everybody, and this must be ready before the next class, guys. When it is ready, I will create a channel for this Capstone project. I will invite everybody, and that's where I want to see the link to that website, to that resume website. I know by the time you guys complete the first one, if you have not done that, and by the time you complete this one, we will be done with HTML, and then we can move on to CSS next class. Unfortunately, we're not able to get there today, but it's okay. I'm happy that majority of us here are able to at least get something from the hosting and the personal portfolio website. Any question, guys?
Is that a stupid question?
No question is silly though.
So from the first class, I pretty much understand, like, you open up a new window and on VS Code, and then you go to a folder to open and all of that. So, but if I wanted to like not open a folder and just start afresh and then save it somewhere, what's the direction of movement? Do I go and create a folder on my computer first, then come to VS Code, and like, how do I just start writing as opposed to going to open a document and saving onto a document?
Yeah, you just answered your question yourself. That's exactly what you need to do. Go to your computer first, locate where you want to have that project, create a folder, name that folder, then go to VS Code, open VS Code, locate that folder from VS Code, and create your first file, index.html. That's the instruction 1. Create an HTML file named index.html. That's your starting point. Yeah? Is that clear?
I've said it now. If I come with empty document, no vex.
But yeah, you already answered the question yourself, so it's good. the step is create a folder on your computer. Give a name to that folder, resume project. Open your VS Code, a new blank VS Code. Locate the folder from VS Code like we did before. When you locate that folder, it will open that folder. There will be nothing inside because you haven't added any file in there. Right. Up to this point, I have always been providing you with all these codes, right? The files, not the code, the files. Now there's no file provided to you. So you are going to start everything yourself. So create a folder, name that folder something, go to VS Code, locate that folder and open it. It will be blank. Okay, let's demo it. Let's demo it, guys. Let's demo. No worry. So this is my desktop. I want to do it on my desktop, for example. So I'm going to have a new folder here. Guys, watch you. Create a new folder. I call it sample. Okay, that's all I have. It's an empty folder and it's named sample. Now I'm going to go to VS Code, open a new window. Okay, when I open a new window, it's showing like this. So I go here, open folder. When I open folder, I will locate the desktop where I have the new file I just created, which is sample. I will click and then open. So it will be blank like this. Okay. Now look at this place. This icon is to add a new file in this directory, in this current directory. And what is the current directory? Sample. This other one is to open a new folder in that current directory. So anything you add here is going inside that folder that you created. So for example, if I create now, I click on this, you open this for me, asking me to give it a name. I'll do index.html. That's the first file I have in this code. If I save this now, I don't even need to save because there's no code there. If I go to the folder I created and I open it, I must find index.html there. It's here. Okay, so everything I start adding into this file now will be added into the file directly. So if I go into the code now, right inside index.html, if I do an h1 tag and I write hello world and save it. Okay, I've saved it. It's already saved inside that file right here. It's there. Hello world. That's the code I just wrote just now. So that's the procedure. The process is create a folder. It will be blank. Open your VS Code, locate that folder, and start adding your files in there by following my instructions. My instruction number 1 says, create a file named index.html. And that's what I just did. So everything you add here goes into that sample file. If you want to add some images, if at some point you need to put in some images, you create a folder like this, call it asset. Inside asset, you can create another folder. How do you do that? Click on asset, click on folder, add images folder. So you have 2 folders here, assets and images. Now click on images and add a file.
So everything you add here, images.
Who is doing that to me? Somebody is recording me and playing me back or what? So like that.
I guess where my brain was not really working was the hovering on the like where you hover on it and see those options. Yes, because I'll go and click on that box, nothing is happening. I can't type. I'm like, what's going on here?
Okay. So once you throw it open, those things come up automatically. They also come up here on the top, but just deal with it here. It's here. So you have these 4 icons. The first one is create a file. The second one is create a folder. This one is to refresh the Explorer. Maybe something is not showing up. Just refresh. It will refresh the Explorer for you. So you need these 2 basically to do all this.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah. So you go through the instructions here, follow them step by step, and then if you want to see how it looks like, the link to the sample I gave just now is here. So the example is here, so you can open it on one side to be looking at it. While you are building your own, you are comparing to make sure everything is looking exactly the same, okay? And the website, when you are done, should look like this, basically. Any questions, guys? on the instructions or on anything that we've been talking about since? Any questions? So this is going to mark the end of our HTML learning. I'm happy that we're able to get to this level. As of today, we're still doing good. We have one man down for now. Only Tolulope has left the class. So for those of you who are able to see to the end of HTML, give yourself a pat on the back. You've done a great job, guys. It's not easy. I won't lie to you. It's just not easy. I've joined a boot camp where we started at I think we started at 60 something, and by the time we are done with the first part of it, maybe after 2 weeks, I think it was 40 something that was left. It's not easy. Coding can be scary, but determination.
Is the next batch, just in case you're interested in continuing your charity. There are people interested in the next batch. Gladys, I should tell you that when you want to start the next batch, you should let her know.
Yes, I'm collating list for the next batch.
Gladys.
Okay, yeah, I would create. So we're going to use the same WhatsApp group. Everybody's going to be on the WhatsApp. What is going to be different is the Slack channel. So the Slack channel for your cohort, what you see, the other group will not be able to see what you are seeing, and you will not be able to see what they are seeing as well. Apart from that, the Slack channel will be the same for everybody. I will roll out the information or the instructions for you guys to invite whoever you think is interested for the next batch. But I need to finalize on some things first for me to do. So yeah, I'll let you know. So yeah, like I was saying, give yourself a kudos. Be proud of it. Honestly, you have to be proud, though, guys. Be proud, though. You have built something. This is not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. So yeah, the next stage we are moving on to will be CSS, and we'll do the CSS thing.
While you are talking, that solution on time. Don't forget, it's very, very important. The solution, because I must get this thing.
So while I'm talking, I would load the solution in a zip file and put it on Slack for you guys as we are talking. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just, you don't know, I'm just having some joy here that we are here at the end of HTML and we still have almost a full class. It's interesting.
We have refused to drop out.
People have refused to leave, and I'm liking it. I like it. I like it.
This one's remaining. This one's will remain. This one's bad.
We die here. We are now.
Hey, I'm already
okay,
forget it though.
So I'm just throwing it into the projects channel. It's a zipped folder that has all the codes. Then you will see the solution file. The solution file has all the links and everything you need. So you can just use the solution file to update your own code. Remember to unzip the file. Of course, I don't have to say that. Yeah. So yeah, that is officially the end of HTML. And by next class, we'll start here, introduction to CSS. And we'll start adding, yes? We'll start adding some styles, some colors, some paparazzis to our websites. And when we are done with that again, I will do another roll call to see how many is left in the class before we jump into JavaScript. By the time we jump into JavaScript, we would already know who is really interested in this class going forward or not, because it's going to be a different game from HTML and CSS. A lot of the things we will be doing, we will not be able to see them in the browser. We will be seeing them in the console. This is called a console. In your VS Code, there's a section that is called terminal. If you click on new terminal, it opens another thing below here. So every code we are writing, this is where we're going to be seeing the results, the responses. And that is when I will need everybody to be calm. It's going to be a rough ride, but we'll sail through. Trust me, because I believe in everybody in this class that you give it your best.
Believe in me.
I believe in all of you. Trust me.
You believe in me?
Yes. Now, why not?
I'm gonna drop out.
You okay? I don't hold you.
Sorry, how did we get here? Apologies.
So I was explaining that I was just giving you a heads up, guy. Yeah. Right. The heads up is that once we're done with CSS, I will do another head count, see who is still left in the class, and then we'll go into the meat of web development. The meat of web development is JavaScript. When we get to JavaScript, we will not have the luxury of viewing everything like we are viewing them in the preview. You will only be able to view those things in the terminal. So everybody's VS Code has a terminal. How do you get the terminal is to go up here on the top list of the VS Code. There is always going to be something called terminal here. If you click that, you would see new terminal. If you click on new terminal, it will open a terminal right here. So this is where the terminal will show something. It will show a path to where you are right now. So the path to where I am right now is the base, which is my hard drive, my home name, that's the name of my computer, then the folder you're working in, and if you are in a file, it will show that too. So that's the path that you would see. It will look a little bit different for people who are on Windows, but it's still going to be the same concept at the end of the day, if you look at it critically. And then we'll start testing our code. So in this place, you have what is called the problems, the output, the debug console, the terminal, and the comments. We'll be using the terminal in most cases. The debug console, we'll be using it once in a while to debug if we have issues. And so when we get to this point, that's where I was. When we get to this point where we start writing JavaScript, you guys will need to get a proper sleep. Always sleep a night before the class. Make sure you have a good sleep. Okay, don't carry over your sleep so that the story will not be touching in the class. JavaScript will require your full attention. That's what I'm trying to say. It requires your full attention. It will require you to think a little bit differently from how you would think normally, but overall, it's okay. You guys will get a grab of it. So we'll leave that as for now. We'll leave it like that for now. When we get there, we'll talk more about it. So guys, it's the end of the class. It's the end of HTML. I'm happy we got here. And next class would continue with CSS. Thank you.
You don't clap for me, I clap for myself.
Yes, so clap for yourself. Clap for yourself.
Hey, Joe.
If you have
your
Sorry, yes?
I said we can end the recording now.
That is true. We can end the recording now. Where is the recording stuff? Stop.